Well, Brad, who would have thought after 5 years of doing Red Card Radio, we would be the last two standing? This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from two friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. That guy is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Well, buddy, 5 years. How'd we do
Yeah,
it? How'd we get here?
I this is amazing, and I guess we'll find out if Sean actually listens to the pod or not.
we're just being mean to Sean. He'll be back next week. He got called into uncle duty this week, and
Uncle
so
Duty, yes.
unfortunately is unable to participate. Though I,
Or
I'm
he's hiding.
I'm not necessarily sure if it's really uncle duty or he doesn't actually want to talk about how bad Tottenham are.
Yeah,
Both could be true.
yeah,
Both could be true, right? Um, but what we're doing tonight, we're
maybe.
gonna we're gonna take a look a little bit at round 19, primarily focus on round 20, and we're gonna review some stuff. But before we do all of that, if you could hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you're on Spotify or one of the podcast sites. Thanks so much for tuning in. Um, we rate, review, 5 star, drop a comment, whatever is permissible on your platform. Watch to the end. Operation Trick Google is always in full effect, and send the link to a like-minded soccer or football loving individual, and that would help us out tremendously, tremendously. All right, so do we just want to rock off about how awesome Chelsea are and how fantastic Chelsea Football Club are? Is that where we should start?
How well maintained we are.
Never
I like
say
like
never
like
say
how
die
awesome
attitude. Always
we
good players doing good things against.
we keep. Yeah, we have a bunch of we're consistent. We're very well managed, very well ran. Um,
I, I'm
you could be world champions and you're safe in your job.
I'm memeing slightly because
Oh,
Chelsea
I
did
am too.
the Chelsea got that 1-1 last minute draw against City to help Arsenal out tremendously. But yeah, so big things have happened for Chelsea in the last week. Enzo Maresca, since we last recorded, Enzo Maresca has left the club.
Yep.
You guys have hired Strasbourg's manager
Yep. Rosenier. I
for.
don't know how to pronounce it.
I thought it was like Rossino or something like that, but I didn't. I looked earlier today, looked at the pronunciation. I was like, I could say that, but then I forgot what the letters are, so I don't know.
It's English, so like Rosenier is probably right.
And then
I don't know.
in
Joel will correct us.
in between those two things, you drew against City and picked up important
Yeah.
points. So
Caleb McFarland with a master class.
I know you
I
don't.
got
I know you don't really like him, but Roy Jennings, that was kind of his. He made a joke about that on his, I guess, talk about that game, about
yeah.
the no named caretaker manager from the U21s coming in, saving the day.
Hey. I mean, but like for real, because like that first half was bad.
Yo,
Like we should have held 6.
I was watching it, and
But
I was I was shocked it was only one goal, and then when they scored the first goal, I was like, this is gonna get very ugly very quickly.
oh yeah. And what was it? Holland should have had another one, a
Oh,
beautiful goal.
the one off the post before,
Post.
right before they scored, right before City scored,
Yeah.
he just cuts the ball onto, I think it's onto his left foot, and he just curls it.
Yeah.
He hit the post so hard.
So
It
hard.
was incredible. It was
Like
incredible.
homie just like I don't understand how he's that nimble. Like that's phenomenal. But the second half came on. Um he had like the U21 manager had the balls to take off our wonder kid, Esteval, and bring on Santos to kind of like help steady the midfield and help Reece James out because we know Enzo isn't very defensive minded. He's a 8, so he gets places, but he's not like solid.
He's not like
Santos came in
Declan Rice, you would say.
or Reece James. Hey, look. When there was the Arsenal game, the question was asked, "Who's the best midfielder? Is it Caicedo or Declan Rice, and we found out it's Reece James. And then the question was asked,
It's not.
is Rodri the best midfielder? And we found out no, it's still Reece James. Reece James goated.
I mean, we could talk about Reece James for a second because my analysis of Reece James is that he didn't do enough to help prevent the first City goal. In that he decided, like, once the ball was given away in midfield, he lackadaisically tracked back and didn't sprint to break up the play like a good six would. So I'm just saying.
Nobody ran. Absolutely nobody
I-
ran for that.
I guess the tone is set by your captain.
Maybe that moment, but we rallied.
Yes. Yeah.
But we rallied.
It was a tale of two halves because you guys looked awful, like
Yes.
actually terrible in the first half. It looked like you guys didn't
We-
care. It looked like it was just
Yep.
like, whatever, we have to be here to play a game, and City were rocking you. And then I don't know, maybe it was just Santos for Esteval, and then getting Cole Palmer out on the right instead of being in the midfield and just kind of playing three more holding
Palmer to the
midfielders.
right, and Reece kind of was out more.
Did you push Reece up a little bit further and let Santos and Enzo?
Yeah, and Reece was more on that right side. As
Yes,
more
okay.
as like
a right side
it was
eight.
it became like a 5. Yeah, it became like almost like a 3-3-4. Like it. So that's really bad explaining. But it seemed like Gusto came more up on the left,
No, it was like a 4.
and Reece was able to come up on the right.
It was like a 4-3-3, but without any kind of attacking midfielder.
Yeah, because it was holding there, and Enzo kind of sneaks into that role as the 8-ish, 10-ish.
Yeah, but he's definitely like a box to box 8. It's not like a creative 8,
Right?
Because like
Yes.
like I always go back default to Arsenal, and obviously Zubamendi is our 6, and so he sits in front. And then Declan Rice is a definite true box to box midfielder now at this point in his career for Arsenal.
Yeah.
But Odegaard, while still being kind of a box to box 8, is definitely more of like an 8-10 creative. His goal is to be more creative and to be more in the attack and kind of lead the press and things like that.
Which is, I mean, I guess that's close to Enzo's role.
Yeah, I think
he's also the late trailer that like picks up, the scrap goal.
Yeah,
like he did, and Pedro Neto did a decent job pressing in the second half. But oh my god, did he miss that sitter?
Oh yeah,
like this game was winnable. We went from should have held 6 to could have scored 3.
Yeah, it was really strange.
All 3 of our shots. Yeah.
I was really upset when he missed that sitter because I was like, that's the best opportunity he's going to get. What's your
That was the best opportunity of the game.
Yeah. Well, he was wide open. I mean, like, Sean could have scored that. And,
probably.
And he could have saved it. So,
right. He definitely would have been able to save that.
What's your read on Liam Delap? Because he looked actually very good when he came in. His hold-up play, his link-up play was good, but then he does just like boneheaded things where he shoves somebody in 10 feet outside of the field of play, like down a hill. Like, what are we doing here, man?
He's Diego, but like younger, and without all the goals,
and not as good,
and without all the goals,
and
without all the goals.
That's a really big,
which is a striker's job.
That's a really big,
which is a striker's job. Yes, a younger version of Diego Costa is what we have, and he's a shithouser, and I love it. Except he does need to stop getting all these yellow cards every single match. Like it's impressive.
So where do Chelsea go from here? Picked up a point against City. You're like 5th right now in the table. Clearly still in the hunt for Champions League. You just hire this Strasbourg manager. I'm going to stop saying manager. The Strasbourg coach, because the coach of Chelsea Football Club is just a coach these days. He's definitely not a manager. And so you've got a new first team coach. Is the goal just top 4? I mean, clearly
at this point, probably top 4 and maybe a cup, a trophy of some sort.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Chelsea Football Club. If you don't get a trophy, we didn't really play a season.
Is that maybe this is a more holistic question that we don't want to dig into at this moment, But I think that there is a soul searching question that maybe needs to be thought about whether or not that is true about Chelsea Football Club in 2024 since Blue Co bought the club, whether or not it's still that ruthless cutthroat, you either win a trophy or you failed horribly, that Roman Abramovich definitely instilled in Chelsea.
Well,
Because
I think the fans have that view, right?
obviously
Like I think
for the last 25 years that's been Chelsea.
right. Um, so there was an interesting article came out. I'll find it and send it to you. Or put it in Discord. Uh, SI Phillips Sport.
Okay.
Him and somebody else got to sit down with the directors, with the sporting directors, and like WTF, mate.
Yeah.
And like dig into it, and it was really interesting what their finds are, and like why, what they did, and then what's the next step forward, like how, like where do you go from here, and what they're monitoring, what they're looking for.
Sure.
um
And but the thing about
but bump them, get out my club.
the thing about that though is that when you know you're having an interview, you're going to say the
Yes,
right things and you'll be like, "Of
yes.
course, sporting intent is our goal. We want to be a successful sporting institution." But like we've heard some of the rumblings from
So
like the ownership groups about building a profitable business venture, and that
yeah,
that the on-field success is not necessarily as important as the profit of the business,
well, I think yes.
which is
I'm not
super
like
dangerous.
Bali.
Like
Right.
that's really dangerous, especially in a club where success has been all that mattered under Roman Abramovich.
Correct.
Like that's
He's like, I do not,
all
I'm
that
not here
mattered.
to make money. I do not care about my money. Go win me trophies. Go win me cups to drink out of. I mean, I think it's top four, and then yeah, competing in Europe. I mean, it's not like Rosenier hasn't gone up against managers, right? Like he beat Maresca in the championship with Hull City. Um, he's beat Luis Enrique at PSG. He had Strasbourg fighting for Champions League, the youngest team in the top five leagues, like in the like top five best leagues in the world. He had the youngest team and got Conference League. So
You
like I don't know.
yeah, that's
And
the
apparently he was the coach behind when Wayne Rooney was good. It was because Wayne was talking to the players and Rosenier was doing his tactics.
that's going to be the
That's
thing. That's going to be the thing about him is that neither one of us know what he
no,
is actually going to offer.
correct.
So
Correct.
it'll be a
Except
wait and
maybe
see kind of thing.
Andre Santos is going to get some minutes now, hopefully.
Yeah. So we'll
He was
see.
captain last year for him.
We'll see. We'll see.
He was captain at Strasbourg last year.
Well, then
So
that's good for him. You know,
yeah.
he's in the right position.
Did we forgot something. You forgot the biggest news of match week 20.
Yes, and it actually is incredible. It's incredible news because of the historicity of it, but also because of to whom it was applied against and what it kind of
Yes.
means for their season, especially with what happened to them today in round 21, which we're not talking about until next week. But
Yes.
I assume we're talking about Wolves.
Of course we're talking about Wolves. Wolves finally got a win for the first time all season. They doubled their points.
And it's not like they just got a win. They spanked West Ham.
Yes.
They
Three. They
3-0.
bagged three.
Dismantled West Ham. And
That's impressive.
I don't think any of us are under any this is not going to save Wolves season.
No.
Wolves are going to be relegated. It's going to take a miracle for them
Yes.
to not be relegated.
Yes.
But the reason why it's interesting is because they beat fellow relegation fodder West Ham. And I think if all of us were thinking at the beginning of the season, are West Ham vulnerable for relegation? I don't think any of us, none of us have had them in
Going down.
relegation trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the sheets real quick. But
No.
no
I
one
don't
had
think
West.
so.
We some people had West Ham like in the 16 area, 15. I had them as high as 12. Sean had them finishing 10th, right? Like Joel has them at
Oh,
15th, Jimmy 15th, Tamzid 15th, or Trey 15th. Tamzid had them down in 16th, but like none of us thought they were getting relegated. None of us
yeah.
thought they were getting relegated. And they're
And
probably
then,
going to get relegated.
yeah, at this point, this will be the first time in what 3 years that 2 teams stay up. And
Maybe.
last year we had all 3 teams go down.
Now, Leeds
Vulnerable.
aren't super safe, but they're at least playing good football at the moment. They're getting points. They're picking up points, which is very important and more than you can say for either West Ham or Burnley, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
I think it would take less of a miracle for West Ham to save their season, but it's going to be incredibly interesting because Nuno had a great season last year with Forest, got them
Yep.
into Europe,
Yep.
their highest
Europa
finish,
League.
in what, like 30 years or something like that, 40
Yeah.
years probably. And then the season starts, he gets sacked, and then they sack Graham Potter at West Ham, and they bring Nuno in, and it just hasn't worked. And nothing has
No,
worked for him. And
he's
is that
gonna be the. He
go
might
for
be
it?
the first guy. He's probably getting. He's probably gonna be making Premier League history.
Yeah.
Record setter Nuno Espirito Sanchez by being fired twice in the same season. There has been somebody that did it twice in the same calendar year,
Ooh, but different seasons.
but different seasons.
Interesting.
In 2018, Mark Hughes was let go from Stoke City on January 6th, the day after that you're listening to this. And then in December was let go by Sunderland after saving their season.
Different seasons. Yeah.
That yes, that's wow. But this will be the first time both calendar year and well maybe calendar not calendar year, but same season that he's been fired twice. That's impressive.
Now, I will say as a quick aside that, and we'll get into this on our preview episode on Friday when we look at the picks that everyone made. But there were two people in the Red Card Radio orbit who picked Wolves to win this game. Correctly predicted that Wolves would win this game. So
wow.
that's a little teaser. That's a little teaser for coming back on Friday when our preview of the FA Cup comes out, because you'll want to know who those incredibly intelligent and handsome people are.
Lucky.
I said handsome, and my wife just shakes her head in disgust from across the office.
Oh, we knew that.
The CFO is not pleased with that. Anyway, can I spare a quick word for Arsenal? Would you allow me to do that, Brem?
Sure. Please go ahead. And since we were so gracious in helping you out,
Yes,
getting a
yeah.
bigger lead.
It's been a tremendous festive period for Arsenal. 4 games, 4 wins, beat Villa, which was very important for us, especially after having lost to Villa in early December, I think it was. Having to play them again in maybe it was in November, but having to play them again in quick succession, I actually think helped us because we still had that feeling of that bitterness from that defeat in our mouth at Villa Park, especially in the manner in which we lost that game, because it was the last kick of the game, so beat the socks off them, and then had a pretty tough game against Bournemouth in the last 20 minutes. We were definitely, we gifted them a goal in the 10th minute or whatever it was. Gabriel just passed to Evan Nielsen. I don't know if you've seen that goal, Brad, but
I have not.
You should go look at the highlights after we're done recording, because Gabriel and Nkapie passes the ball back to Gabriel, and then Gabriel squares the ball directly to Evan Nielsen, and Evan Nielsen and Raya is way out of his goal, and Evan Nielsen's just like, "Oh, thanks, it was a great assist." But then Arsenal go up 3-1, and you're like, "Okay, they're probably riding here." But then, you're watching it now. If you're on YouTube, you can see Brad's reaction to the Gabriel goal right now.
Oh, that's worse than Bad as Shield does.
Yes, yeah, that was really bad,
Bro. That's just bad. What?
It
What
was
is
not
your
good.
boy doing?
But we got all 3 points, which
You did, and I was scared you guys weren't.
yeah, I
Like,
was sc-
when Bournemouth got that
scared
second
as well.
goal,
I was scared as well.
yeah, I was oof.
And
They
so,
were pushing.
you know what? Arsenal have a 6-point lead now at the top of the table. Um, Equal goal difference to City. So I mean, we still have to go to the Etihad, but you know, the Arsenal fans and the Arsenal supporters have been doing a lot of like, you know, where do people still have to play? And Arsenal have already played at Old Trafford. We've already played at Anfield. We've already played at St. James's Park. Um, I think we still have to go to Stamford Bridge. I think we still have to go to the Etihad, but we've gone to Villa Park. We've played Villa twice already, and so like a lot of those like on paper really tough, difficult locations to go to, Arsenal have already done that, and we're 6 points clear. So like I'm certainly not. I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to win the title. I mean, I believe that we are, but you know, when you compare that to other teams, like other teams still, I think City still have to go to Anfield and things like that. So something to keep in mind.
No,
Strength
we
of
have to come to
schedule.
you guys. We're coming to you guys in March.
Really? We played at Stamford Bridge earlier. Oh
Think
yeah,
so.
that's right. That's right. We
Yeah,
you it was the draw that was a
the
victory for
draw.
you guys.
Yeah,
You,
as 10 men, we drew
yeah,
you guys.
but you guys counted it as a victory. You lot were
It
like, oh, we got
it
to
should
win.
have been. It
Yeah,
should like, we deserved to win that game.
yeah, yeah. 3 points.
Hey, I mean, it was a draw. Like, it is what it is, but
Okay, so,
yeah. No,
so
we
you
go
guys
to
have
you
to
guys.
come
Let's
to
see.
us. Okay, all right.
Yeah. What do we have left?
Yes, you should look at
We have
that when
you
you get a chance.
guys,
Yeah, you just went to City, so that's done.
and we have Pool.
You have to go to
We have you
Anfield.
guys in Liverpool. Yeah.
You have to go to Old
Anfield
Trafford.
and nope.
Have you been to Old Trafford? Have you been to Villa Park?
We have Villa Park.
Have you
That's
been to
we
St. Have
have
you
you guys in Villa Park in 3 days.
Oof.
We've already been to St. James.
Okay, you've already been to St. James. Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
'cause
like
from
that's my only point about Arsenal is that you know, it's feeling good, it's looking good, and our like strength of schedule type conversation. We don't have as many of the difficult grounds to go to. So yeah, that's
yeah, I mean, look, if there's a year that Arsenal should win the league, it's been the last 3, but maybe this is the one.
you're not wrong, Brad. You're not wrong. We should be going for a four-peat right now.
Did you
Um,
did you think that was going to be a compliment when I started that conversation when I started that?
no, I knew it was not going to be a compliment. But are we still doing the Red Card Radio summer kickoff at your place so you can celebrate Arsenal's title at your house?
Possibly. I don't know.
We'll
I have
talk.
to look at
We'll,
yeah.
we'll have to talk about that off pod, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to get that dig
It
in
could
really
be.
quick.
It could be. It could
Could be,
be.
could be.
Well, listen, if that's happening
Can
and
Arsenal go on the big screen?
Arsenal are winning the championship, 'cause this will be the first one you've seen, right, as, like, an actual fan?
Yes, it will be. Last time Arsenal
You
won the
know
title was in 03-04.
you know what? You'll get upgraded from the iPad. I don't know where to, but we'll upgrade you from the iPad.
Actually, I brought my laptop last year and we were
Oh, you
watching.
did, you did, you did.
We were
We
watching on my
might put
laptop.
you on the big screen. You might end up
At
on the
least
big
at least
screen.
for the trophy lift, right? At least for the trophy
Yeah,
lift.
100% for the trophy lift. 100% for the trophy
All
lift.
right, we're in the weeds at this point. That's all we're doing tonight. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. I mean, we didn't even talk about Sunderland, who have had a really good run, draws against City and against Tottenham, so that's really good for them. So you know, let us know. We can't leave without talking about that Fulham goal against
Oh,
Liverpool.
yeah. Yes.
It was Harrison Reed. Is that his name?
Snatching. Yeah,
Reed.
snatching, a draw from defeat.
Well, the thing is,
Reed with a
they were winning,
gorgeous.
and then they had the Florian Wirtz offside goal, right?
Yep.
And then
That
they
he was
had
offsides for 100%.
Gakpo's goal, which was great. Um, but then just a wonder goal at the end of the game.
Ooh, amazing,
Har-
amazing goal.
Harrison Reed, like 35 yards away from the goal on kind of left justified, just hits it and nails the upper 90 on the right side of the goal.
Wow.
Like just literally
Yep.
nothing Allison could do. And being the kind of enjoyer of of hate watching as I have been over the last couple weeks, seeing some of those compilations of Liverpool like streams and Liverpool watch-alongs where the people are watching it and they're all celebrating and they're like, "Oh, where the Arsenal fans at?" and blah blah blah, and like, "Oh, we're gonna win," and then that one it was pretty sweet. And of course, I'm gonna say that, and something like that's gonna happen against Arsenal later in the season. And I fully expect all you Liverpool people who are watching to this point to flame me on Twitter or in the YouTube comments. I would expect nothing less, but it's been rather enjoyable for me. But yeah, incredible goal. Fulham's actually picked it up over the last couple weeks as well. Picked up
Yeah,
lots of
which
points.
is strange because we were all worried about Fulham not,
We were,
but keeping the same team together might be a thing.
and they look to be pretty secure. They're at 28 points. That's what, like 14 points above 18th place. Like it's looking good. 28.
They should be fine. 28 at halfway.
Yeah, 28 just beyond halfway. They're going to be fine. They'll be just
They
fine.
should be safe.
And
Yeah,
I mean, let's be honest, they're 28 points and seventh is only 30 points. So they're not out of the conversation for Conference League.
football. Yeah,
Like, let's keep that in mind for Fulham, which
yeah.
I'd love to see it for Emil and for Alex Iwobi and Bernd Leno. So that'd be great.
Oh
But
yeah, Arsenal Junior.
Hale and South, that's what we call them. But we'll leave it there for now. We'll be back on Friday. We're gonna do a preview, and it's FA Cup weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I
Ooh,
love the cup. I
ooh.
love the cup. And for the last few
Let's
years,
go.
I've loved the cup for only one round. So hopefully this year
Yes.
I can love the cup for longer. Be back on Friday for that. Until then, hit us up on social media. That guy is at KS Brad G. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio, info.redcardradio@gmail.com. If you want to email us, join our Discord. It's in the description of the video, and we will be back on Friday. Until then, have a good one. Enjoy the midweek football. There's football on right now. Go to your TV, turn something on. Liverpool and Arsenal on Thursday. You definitely want to check that out. But until then, have a good one. We will talk to you soon.